Hi, Leroy. How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Um, Still breathing more or less regularly.
That is always a plus.
Yep.
Always a plus. Anything new?
Well, you may remember that last week I asked everybody about a, nah, just a minute. I'm clicking on the wrong thing here. Okay. About a PoE powered switch.
Yeah.
Well, here it is.
Aha.
Okay.
Yep. 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 No power anywhere. It gets its power over PoE, huh?
Correct. And it outputs power.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's limited in its output power by what the input power is, but so far I haven't tried it. I just opened it today. Um, what happens is I ordered it the night we had our last meeting,
Right.
but what we've been practicing is kind of quarantine packages that are coming in. So uh, I just pulled it out of quarantine today and opened it up, but I haven't yet fired it up. But it takes PoE in, puts PoE out,
Yeah.
and I will let you know next week how well it works. It's
I'm sure
it
it's. I'm sure it's going to work.
Yeah. The only issue, the only potential issue is there are different standards for PoE, and
Yeah.
so I've got to make sure that all that works. But it's a pretty handy, compact little unit. You just put the input PoE in, and then you can hook
Get,
up to four
yep. You get your
outputs.
Ethernet out, and you get some PoE
Yeah,
extenders if
right.
you need them.
Now, what I was originally doing or looking for is just PoE driven switch, gigabit switch that didn't necessarily have to put out PoE because downstream I won't be running PoE devices probably.
Yeah.
But this is a bonus as far as I'm concerned, so it's pretty nifty. I'm really looking forward to firing it up. So probably do that
What
tomorrow, Saturday.
the only thing that I could see that would make that even better is if it was could possibly be dual powered. So if you needed to power it from an outlet, you could.
Yeah, this one you can't. This one it basically gets its power by via
Yeah.
PoE, and that's it.
So
But
is that is it a hub or is it a switch?
it's a switch.
Okay.
It is a switch. It is the one we.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
You
kind
or
I remember it. I just didn't bookmark it. So
yeah. Let's see. Uh, Someplace here, I'm sure they have a. Huh. There's got to be a part number on it someplace. I would think.
howdy, Barry.
Hi Barry, how you doing?
Not too shabby. How are you guys doing?
So far so good.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, so
Probably could I probably could look.
it says digibit PoE, one in, four out. Um, It's called a PoE extender, model PoE-EX2005-4P-6W, 60W, which is 60 watts. Is that somebody else coming in? Oh,
You probably hear Patty. Patty's
no,
over in the other room talking.
heard a ding. Oh, is that the pointer to it there in the chat?
No, that's I got that message when I logged into Google again about the getting rid of the Google phone. I guess this is what they're replacing it with, is kind of a poor man's version of Zoom for Google. I
Oh,
thought
really?
maybe you guys might be interested. It looks like you can do 10 free people
For how long?
in Hangouts. Oh, I have no idea. But I haven't messed with it. I just that was the link they gave me when I clicked on more info a little bit ago.
Hmm. Okay.
What happened to Meetup? No, not Meetup. Google Meet. Did they kill that already?
I think they were just trying it out to see how it worked, and so they've merged it in with Hangouts and got rid of the Google phone system in Hangouts and turned it into that.
Yeah, well, the last message I got from them was Hangouts was going away.
Yeah. Well, it was the
Meet, Google Meet.
You used to be able to do Google Phone through Hangout,
Yeah,
and that's what they're getting rid of.
okay.
But then this is talking about how to do this Google Meet and Hangouts is what's replacing the Google Phone, I guess, on the Hangouts. So it's like a video call conferencing thing. It says it's 10 people and Gmail can play on it. So I don't know. It says 25 is for business and educations. So I don't know if I'm assuming it's free, but I don't know if there's a time limit or something.
I just put the link to Meet in there, and I'm pretty sure that there's no limits on that thing.
I wouldn't think there is. There's a couple free things out there like the Jitsi and stuff.
Google, you remember they bought some company that was doing the voice over IP, and they gave everybody a free phone number. And then they merged the phone number into Hangouts. And now they've pulled that phone number back out of Hangouts and want everybody just to use Google Voice again.
Yeah, they never know which way they're going.
I don't think they do.
It's a left hand, right hand.
Okay.
According to this, it looks like for personal use, the maximum is 100 users.
On Meet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Google has an extreme problem with having competing products within their own portfolio, and nobody knows what to use. I mean, they don't know. This product has been around for forever. Hangouts has been around forever, but all of a sudden Google can just go, we don't like that anymore. Use this one.
That's all right. I got a buddy that works for Kroger's. It's the programmer for their mobile app. And they were deployed, or they wrote their app around a new module that Chrome was going to make available back in January.
Right.
And then it came out like January 20th, and on like January 26th, they announced that they were deprecating that module. So they spent like 6 months building that mobile app, and it was only good for like 6 days.
Yeah, I actually remember that, and a bunch of developers had spent a bunch of time doing something with that same module you're talking about, and Google just kind of went, nah,
Nah. He was pissed,
we
man.
don't like that anymore. Let's do something else.
There must have been a hell of a security flaw or a figure or something. Something was wrong with it. But, if you telling the world that, here's what we're going to deploy, and you start developing apps for it, and, 6 days in, we're like, well, now we're done. Turned it off.
Well, I get part of what happened. I think wasn't that during the same time when Google was sending people home and having people work at home? Because
that didn't happen till sometime in March, I think. It didn't happen in January.
Okay. But
February, we knew there was a problem. Mid to late February, we knew there was a problem. By March,
well, Google
virtual.
had released a statement though when they sent people home that saying that some of the features that they wanted to roll out for Chrome weren't going to get rolled out, and they were just going to push some stuff back. So I don't know if that was part of that or not. Sounds like it was earlier than that, but
Who owns Chrome now?
It's Google.
Google, yeah.
Google owns Chrome now?
Yeah, they always have.
So there's a Chromium, which is the open source version of Chrome, and Google owns both of them. Chrome is the Chrome is the commercial.
So Chromium is the one that comes up with a blue icon in Linux?
Yes, I believe it's probably still blue.
I don't know. Google changed all the colors this past week, so they're now like a rainbowy square.
A rainbowy square. Okay.
Chromium's still blue.
Yeah, Chromium's still blue. Okay.
Yeah, somebody had a really good
yeah
plug about all their different applications and how they changed the logo for them, and it's at the at the top it was like what the actual logos are now, and then at the bottom was like what everybody sees, and they were just all of them were square boxes.
Yeah.
I thought it was amusing.
That was a separate issue though. There was one of their updates that I got on the old phone, and it changed all the icons to square boxes.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah,
they fixed
sounds
it,
like.
But the update broke the icons.
Not surprising. They're starting to deploy like Microsoft. It's like, here, have a patch. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, you do our beta engineering for us.
Yeah. Well, it. I get that not everybody has the same phones that they're testing on and all that, or have the same apps installed, but you would think you wouldn't want to break the icons. Don't break the icons.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's, how hard is it not to break the icons? I mean, you almost have to go out of your way to, change the, the icon controlling link or something to poof them, or forget to include it or something.
It was almost like, it was almost like they weren't even included in the package. It's just like, man, here's your update. Where's the icon?
We're going to stuff it in a new folder and delete the old one, and then, we didn't put the icons in there.
Where's the icon?
So it's kind of funny you mentioned that, because I've been playing with building a demo for Hackers Night for Simpa next week or week after or whatever, but it's an old like NT app.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess now that Windows 10 is like 64-bit only, they deprecated the command prompt is converted to like the old 32-bit apps.
Okay.
Do not have permission to be accessible in the command control.
Oh,
So the icons for these apps to control it don't work. I was like, how am I going to do this demo?
I've got a Chromebook, and it's a relatively recent Chromebook that I bought. Um, the Chromebook itself is 64-bit, but the OS that's on it is a hybrid between 32-bit and 64-bit. And the version of Chrome that is actually on it is a 32-bit version of Chrome that's still getting updates, even though Microsoft, yeah, Google has not released a 32-bit version of Chrome in probably over a year.
Someday that's going to be an issue.
Someday that's going to be an issue. But I've never, well, I won't say never. I have seen hybrid deals before, but usually if you've got the 64-bit machine, you install a 64-bit OS and you can run 32-bit software on it. And the main package is 64-bit. I mean, the main thing with a Chromebook is the Chrome browser.
Yeah. Well, that was what was funny. So the SL Mail app controller is actually in the WoW 64 folder, and you have to like go there and manually run it in order to have admin control. But it worked, so I did get the demo all working yesterday, so I was happy about that. But
they just, everybody just keeps doing weird stuff. I mean,
so what's this hacker thing, Barry?
So I'm involved with one of the groups I'm involved with is Simpa Security SIG. Simpa is a Cincinnati networking professional association, and they have all these like different groups, but the main group's called Simpa.
Is that with a C or an S?
With a C, so
Okay.
CINPA. So every December though, the Security SIG runs it. So they have a hackers night, demoing off stuff. So a friend of mine that runs the Security SIG, his father had a heart attack and had like a triple bypass surgery last month, and he still didn't have a speaker for December. So I offered to speak for it because I'd just finished like a course on OSCP. And so I figured I could do like a Stack Overflow buffer demonstration. And so I managed to, I've been building that lab, the VM and stuff like that to actually do the actual hack so I can show it off myself. And so I'll be speaking December 2nd, I guess, for that. But it's all virtual. So
congratulations.
If you're interested.
We got a new person there, Leroy.
Yep, Ray came in. Hi, Ray. Oh, Ray's in town.
Is he
Ray's
home?
not at his desk. I don't think.
Is he home? I mean,
well, the little icon up there looks like he's back in town, but it doesn't look like he's at his desk.
This is.
Oh, there he is. Back in town.
So his system just automatically connects to the Zoom session. It looks like both his microphone and his camera are unblocked. So
he's not saying nothing to us. He's just lurking.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard Ray wanted to give us all laser cutters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Maybe $500,000 or so. Each. Be George Clooney. Give all your friends $1 million.
All your what?
You didn't see that? George Clooney gave 7 or 14 of his friends $1 million each.
What was the occasion?
Awesome.
Just because they were his friends.
He's got the money to do it with.
And he's got the money to do it.
I wish I had friends like that.
I'd be happy
Wish I had
with one or
friends.
two of them. We're your friend, Ray.
We're your friend, Ray.
Yeah.
Cumulative, you guys are my friend.
So Ray, what brings you back into town?
What makes you think I'm in town?
Gee,
I need to go sit in my car next time.
Except that I would recognize if you were sitting in your parking lot, I would recognize the background. So.
I swear I saw you going down the road the other night.
Me?
Yeah, you in your cop car.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Why am I in town? Business is a bit low, and I have employees to do that stuff right now. So yeah, they're all out doing various stuff. And I had today scheduled for a tour at a local robot manufacturing place. So I went to a robot tour.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. Where was our invite?
This is a competitor to your Rabbit robot?
No. Can I get control of the screen?
You should be able to do it.
How do I do that?
Slide down and it'll say share screen down near the bottom.
You have to move your cursor around a little bit.
Yeah, it says leave, reactions, record, share screen. Okay.
If you click that, then it'll bring up a block or it'll show the windows or whatever you want to share.
So do you guys see the Fleur robot, Cobra? Okay. So this was the main robot that I got to see today.
I see a black screen.
I see a black screen.
I see a black screen.
Damn it.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Hey, that is cool.
You get it? You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this robot looks kind of small, but it actually is like 4 foot from the tip of the front wheel.
Yeah,
so maybe 5 foot from the tip of the front wheel to the
bomb
back
disposal
wheel.
Unit.
It can change light bulbs that are 9 feet off the ground. So it can go up there. Cameras in the front, cameras on the side, cameras right here. It can be equipped with a shotgun, missiles. It can actually push forward hard enough to break through a passenger side window in your car. So without any ballistics, it can just point the jaws together and push right through the window of your car. So that's pretty badass.
Are they working with iRobot on the design, or is this their own design?
They used to be iRobot, or did work for iRobot. I don't know.
So are they local to you?
Explain why it.
They're in Dayton, Ohio.
Well, that's pretty local.
How much is one of those little puppies?
Oh, is it going to pick that car up? Oh.
That looks like something you buy on a government budget.
This robot, they only make about 5 of them per year. I was going to see if I could find another robot.
Well, that's impressive.
It actually is quite impressive. So I got to see all of these guys. This one is pretty cool. See if I can get it to come up there. It's pretty cool. The yellow spool there is actually fiber optic, so it can pull a data communications cable down through a cave, or like through a spiraling cave, so that you don't lose connection to it. And like somewhere that the radio can't transmit to it.
Wow.
They can tow a 50-pound C4 or whatever load that they want to. It's these are pretty cool. I didn't get to drive them around, but they were using Xbox controllers.
Yeah.
So these are not autonomous.
They're more like remote control cars.
Okay.
They do have a certain amount of automation to them, to where if you tell it, hey, go back to standard position B, go back to standard position A, go home. There's servos. They can drag a person. They're pretty cool.
They're
Apparently they can
they're
climb
partially
stairs.
autonomous.
So why do they build so few? Just lack of demand?
No.
or-
When it comes to the one robot, the Cobra. I'm getting back to my previous screen. So this one, they only build about 5 a year. The Cobra. There's the Packbot. They build about 500 of those a year. The Centaur, they probably build about 200 of those a year. There's one with just fit like flippers. They call them flippers. You use a shotgun, blow out a second story window, and then you would throw that into the room through the window. And,
How heavy is it?
That's about 20 or 30 pounds.
You're going to
this
throw
one down
this
here,
through
the
a
Cobra,
second
that's-
story window?
Okay, I could throw it through a second story window.
I've seen there's a video of it somewhere that it's like a little compact deal. It's not very big, and they blow out a hole in the side of the wall, and somebody flings it up into there, and it drives off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Military. It's a military deal, and it's used for like gathering intelligence, so they know if people are in the building or whatever.
Yeah, you see him? He just threw that through the window. Okay, maybe that's not 30 pounds. That's probably more like 15 or less.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I've seen videos of that one before. It's not very big.
You guys have seen the Sand Flea, haven't you? From Boston Dynamics.
Maybe.
I've seen the dogs from them.
I've seen when iRobot was actually building these things. That's the video I saw of them.
So I actually went through their manufacturing facility to see how they make these on 5-axis mills and on they've got some lathes, multi-process lathes. So it actually starts off like a bar stock. They'll turn some of the components, then it transfers it to another gripper, and then they machine it all in, they'll mill it out all in the same machine. They've got some stuff that runs off of pallets, some stuff that they look like they're called tombstones, to where the aluminum is mounted onto the pallet, and then it can go to 3 or 4 different machines without a person actually ever touching it.
So how big is this company?
There was 4 or 5 buildings. It's up in Dayton. Each building was probably 30 to 50,000 square feet, at least.
So this is a big outfit then.
Oh yeah, this is not some little thing. They make robots parts for Red Zone and for other companies as well.
They make and they're probably a division of FLIR that makes the forward-looking infrared too.
Might be. The guy that took me on the tour, the reason that he offered to take me on the tour was he was looking for somebody to laser cut tool organizing foam, and it's where you open up the drawer and then here's the exact tools that are used for your part of the job. And at the end of the day, these guys, they put all their tools back into the foam and they know that hey, all their tools are here, nothing's missing. Close the door and lock it. They come back to work, on their next shift. They can open up their toolbox and all their tools are there. Nobody's walked off with anything.
Cool.
And so the guy, we told him what kind of foam to buy, get me the designs, bring it down here, and we'll lay it all out and do it for him. And we gave him a really good deal. And then he's like, hey, this is what we're using it for, and you should come up and take a tour. So just so you guys, before you ask, yes, I did ask if I could bring my robotics club and my automation friends. And he said, Ray,
Yeah, not really.
I'm doing this as a favor for you. No, not really. Due to COVID, they suspended any kind of tours for everybody. He says, but Ray, I had already offered it to you, and I really wanted to you to come up and see what we do. And he says, when the COVID's over, things go back to normal, then we'll look into bringing you and the automation club up to have another tour. So,
Cool.
That's cool.
it was really cool to see these different robots, and I got to talk to some of the designers, and they were doing tests on the Cobra. So Doug was telling me that no, they don't have the Cobra come through very often, but since he knew that one of them was fully built and they were going to be doing testing today, he was like, Ray, today's the day you need to come up here. And so I told Carol, I was like, I am not doing anything else today, babe. Nothing. So, this is what I did. Obviously, right there, you got to see these radio antennas that are on here, multiple frequencies in case they lose one. The antennas are like silicone, so they can be bent in just about any direction. The casings are all milled out of plate aluminum, or bar stock, square stock. Is really awesome what their machining process is like. Just what they're capable of doing, and the stuff I saw. Their testing area is more like a dog competition arena, to where they have to go up these stairs and down the steep incline and over top of crates and hitting these tires. And they even have a 100-gallon water tank that they get to drop the stuff down into them, pull them out, and check the sensors to see if there's any humidity that's in the wrong areas. So that was really cool. I didn't get to see him dunk anything, but the tank was there, and I know it's real. So he was telling me some of the situations, what they do. Obviously, you could see that some of it is SWAT, safety prevention. So they're looking underneath of cars, going into mines where they don't want to put a human life at risk. And when they had the tsunami that took out the nuclear power plant in Japan, they sent robots over there to do investigative search. And the robots are still there because they're contaminated, and they've got radiation on them.
Yeah.
So if you want a free robot, you can go get one.
According to Wikipedia, FLIR 1 is, I guess it's a parent company, but yeah, it's the same company. They make forward-looking infrared, they make thermal cameras, they make a bunch of stuff. And in 2009, they acquired robots.
Yeah.
Oh, so this was an independent enterprise which they bought.
Well, iRobot, the maker of the Roomba vacuum cleaners.
Yep.
They had the contract with the government to make that first robot that Ray showed. So it says on their website that they sold that off, which I'm guessing they sold it off to FLIR, but they sold that division off so they could focus on building better robots for consumers.
Okay. On here on my screen, you guys still see my screen, right?
Nope. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Still see
So
you.
this is a very narrow robot,
Okay.
and it's intended to fit inside of a 6-inch diameter pipe. And these red lines right here are actually the drive rubber tire. So there's no, it's right underneath that red. There's a tire, and there's one
Yeah.
on a tire on the other side. The hook that's there is just to lower it down, but this has LiDAR on it, so it's kind of like a radar. Like, you know what LiDAR is.
Yep.
But what this does is this can be put down into the sewer, and it can map out sewers looking for gases and roots and filled water areas and all kinds of stuff. And so this right here, you can see that little line. That's actually the last resort retract line.
So in case it gets stuck, they can retrieve it with the pull line.
I'm guessing if it runs out of battery or if it is lost. Hey, yeah, that did say employment opportunities. There you go.
So they're using a winch or something to lower that down. How heavy is that one?
That's it's just on a rope. It's
Okay.
just all that you see is the end of the hook.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's holding it.
So it's 50 pounds maybe?
20, 25.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get to the solo. Oh yeah, here you can see different sized robots. And you could see the size piping. I missed that. But yeah, there's different size piping that was on that responder. Yeah, so the technology is similar enough, and FLIR, they Libra is the actual name. Libra, I think it used to be FLIR, now it's Libra. They used to make parts for Red Zone. I don't know if they used to be just a subcontracted or somebody they also owned that company or what. But it was very cool to go over there, to see how it's made, to see the inside components, to see the plates, the machinery. They've got some tool room manual stuff, some conversational milling machines, and then right out to the fully automated pallets and pieces that just you stack up 8 pallets with all the different equipment and plated aluminum on it, and you tell the machine run all the processes, and it'll bring in the different pallets, mount them in place, and do the machining. So you started at 2 o'clock and you on Friday, and you come back on Monday and all the pallets are done. And that was pretty cool. So you know what I did today?
Cool.
Your turn.
That's pretty awesome.
Leroy, we're under 5 minutes.
I see that. Ray done did the thing. All right. So everybody's got the link to the next place, just in case we get kicked out or whatever. So, that was very cool.
Definitely so.
I had I really didn't know that there was that one that close enough.
Well, they're up on off QE, right
Okay.
right next to I-75.
Right. I kind of Dayton's got quite a few robotics
That's
manufacturers,
because, yeah, they're near right, Pat.
but I didn't know. I guess I didn't realize that iRobot had sold that division, and I didn't realize that they were being built here.
I tell everybody, as much as I travel, I love Southwest Ohio. We got everything.
So what's a good price on a entry level learn to play with lasers there, Ray?
Vincente bought one, didn't he?
Did he? I didn't know.
I can't remember if he bought one to use at home or what. Where you live at?
I live in Bethel, about 45 miles east of Cincinnati.
They have a laser that you can use down at the Centerpoint Library, Midpoint Library.
Yeah, that's way up yonder. I could probably go there and play, though.
The reason I say that is
If
my
the
lasers
library
are not
puts people
cheap.
in it.
We have, yeah, that's cool. That's a cool robot.
Mhm.
That's the toy. That's the toy
The
model.
$70 toy.
Yeah, it's all plastic.
So
Fair bit smaller, I'd wager.
It's a fair bit smaller.
that don't look too bad.
Yeah, Ray's going to jump right on that now.
70 bucks?
Okay.
Stand back.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of cheap, but even though there's no remote and it's untested, it's kind
What
of.
was the model number on that?
It's just iRobot Kabuta or Cobra Kabuta.
Okay.
There's one for $166 with the controller.
Yeah, there's one for 120 on there too.
With the controller?
I don't know. Brand new, never used. Just took it out for the display.
Plus $60 shipping, $59 shipping.
$60 shipping, yeah.
Oceanside, California.
Well, that's just a short drive for you, Ray.
I might be going down to San Diego.
Yeah, the one for 199 is free local pickup in Florida, where you just came from.
Damn it, shut up. As I was saying, the laser machines that we have here are actually pretty good.
30 seconds. Let's flip over when it's done.
Okay. The robots are pretty good.
Oh.
Or the laser machines are pretty good. I'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah, we should go. All right. I'll see everybody in a few minutes.
All right.